Warren stared straight ahead, ignoring the posh, chinless twat sat to his right. He wasn't anyone's bud. The guy didn't take the hint. Oh, I see. The strong silent type. It's all good. I'm Henry, in case anyone is interested. No one is interested, so shut the fuck up. A burly skinhead growled in a Cockney accent from behind Henry's head. That's good advice from your friend. The portly, sweating security guard, perched on the narrow bench between the cages, looked Henry in the eye. He ain't my fucking friend. It was torturous enough to be so physically confined. Knees pressed against the metal screen in front of him. Shoulders horribly compressed inside the box, without being lumped together with a long-haired dickhead who sounded like he'd swallowed a silver spoon. The guard pointed at the skinhead, noting his tattooed neck and misshapen nose. Name? Keegan Lomax. The guard nodded as if cataloguing him. One to watch. Henry was not going to shut up any time soon. Keegan as in Kevin. I've never been a football fan, more of a cricket man. But wasn't he a footballer? God, I hope he is, or I'm making a complete tit of myself. It could have been worse. You might have been called Beckham or Redknapp. They're footballers, aren't they? And I'm sorry to say, boys, that this is where my footy knowledge ends. Although, if I did have to support a team, it would probably be Barcelona. It's one of my favourite cities in the whole world. I think there is nothing better than a stroll down Las Ramblas, a cold beer and a plate of tapas in the sun. Bliss! What bit of shut the fuck up did you not get? Keegan spoke through gritted teeth as he stamped his shackled feet. All right, let's calm it down a bit, gentlemen. The guard raised and lowered his palms as though placating an animal. Warren smiled wryly to himself. He wasn't sure where he was heading, but it would be an interesting journey, if nothing else. He was glad of Henry's diversion. Amy's tear-stained face sat behind his eyelids with every blink. The way her mouth had crumpled as she tried to speak, her large eyes brimming. She looked like she was drowning, with the effort of trying to contain all that she wanted to say, aware that the clock was ticking, unaware of how long they had to say goodbye. Minutes? Seconds? When will I see you again, War? Where are you going now, and how soon till you come home, and how will I know when you're coming back? How will you let me know? She had smiled, trying to be brave as her chest heaved in an effort to stem the sobs. Her small hands fidgeted with a rose-printed hanky that she twisted and untwisted around her fingers. It was this memory that would jar Warren from sleep in the middle of the night and greet him upon waking each morning. He had not been able to answer her, could not find one single word of solace or comfort. He had tried, but the barriers he had constructed around his heart and mouth in the preceding months were so strong that it was impossible to break them down. Even at that moment, when a peg on which to hang hope would have made the impending years so much easier, he found it impossible to utter a single word of optimism or love. Instead, he had nodded. It was probably for the best. Better for her that she didn't wake each day with a lift in her heart, that today might be the day that he came home. Better for everybody. How much further is it? I'm getting terribly bored. It was as if Henry was immune to the reaction he provoked. A good few hours yet. The guard kept his answer short and vague. Well, in that case, can I interest anyone in a game of I Spy? Henry wasn't giving up. Fucking perfect. Keegan banged his shaved head on the cage in front of him. All okay back there? The driver slid back a small plexiglass panel to speak to his colleague. Fine, mate. We're just debating football and wondering how far it is to Glenculloch. There was the faintest smirk about his face. Warren stiffened and turned his head to look at Keegan, whose eyes were wide. It was the first mention of where they were heading. Warren had heard bad things about this place, and judging from Keegan's expression, he guessed it was the same for him. He tried to recall what he'd heard while he was on remand.